Hi. Welcome. Wait for people to jump on. I know I've been live a million bajillion times today, huh? I gotta go through all these ones that I did. Delete. Alright, cool. So come on in here, you guys. If you are here, please make sure that you are double tapping the screen. Hopefully you guys are seeing me on all aspects, but we shall see. I've been trying to get to these videos for a minute. Alright, come on in, everybody. Would love to have you. Make sure you are double tapping, especially if you're just jumping in on TikTok. Would absolutely love to have you. Double tap, double tap, double tap. Views are going to be extremely low today. Extremely low views right now because I am streaming on a program that I use called Streamlabs. And so when I do that on a desktop, it seems to hinder my views, but that's okay because this is what I use to record the sessions. So you win some, you lose some. Life is pretty good, so I'm not going to sit here and complain, you know? Hey, Tracy York, how are you on Facebook? I am just moving this over here so it makes a little more sense, even though I know I get wiggly and I'm all over the place anyways. Okay, I am going to be on my third cup of coffee for the day. Hello, Grace, how are you? And I'll remember my microphone, but not too close because honestly, I have a very carrying voice. And you know what? Amazingly, this book is almost to the tippy top. So yeah. Hey B, hey Grace, hey Mallory. Hi, how are you guys? If you guys are here on TikTok, please make sure you are double tapping the screen. There are people that are going to be trying to find us that won't be able to find us because we're streaming on a different program. So everyone will be waiting for their notification that I'm live and then won't get it. What are the chances I actually do this one? Mallory. I opened it up right to, here, I'll show you. I opened it up right to this page called Mallory, and you're like someone who has been like talking a bunch today. Oh, you've been better? Yeah, I think that a lot of us are crashing into the age of Aquarius, but it's all for really great things. Oh my goodness, it's going to get bright for a second while my Facebook is up. I just need to... very carry. I cannot stand hearing myself talk. It's an amazing thing. Like anyone else, just like hear yourself talk and like cringe a little bit, like, you know, me? Just me? All right, great. 7 people on Facebook. Hey now, we're in Oster. That's awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Courtney. All right, I'm going to cancel comments there because it makes my screen way too bright. But welcome TikTok, welcome Facebook. I have you guys on my screen right here. So happy to have you. If you're here, please make sure that you are hitting the share button, that you are double tapping, that you are wanting to be a part of it because I am super excited for you guys to be a part of it. So today, as you guys probably know, and I'm going to be switching my background in just a little bit too. I've got some projects coming up, but I need to train in my virtual personal assistant for next week, and then you guys are going to be seeing so many different things happening on this channel. It's wild, and I know I always say those things, but you know what? I'm always changing stuff. Like this corner, all my certificates are going bye-bye, and this whole corner is going to be for channeling. So we'll be channeling back here, which makes more sense, right? So you guys, yeah. So I'm making some changes, ordering some things. So I'm just so excited. So anyways, when I am live on this program right here, as you guys all know, I am recording readings. Now, if you guys, who scared the shit out of me? If you guys, wait, is this a reading for me? Mallory, I just happened to open up this book. This reading was from the beginning of the month. I just happened to open up that book to that page, and it was another Mallory. And I had mentioned something because me and you have like been chit-chatting all day because I was here earlier. We have been talking all day, so I was like, what are the chances I just open it up to a Mallory? So Mallory, even if you don't get a reading, you obviously have some spirit coming through for you. Sorry, I felt like taking my hair down. Hopefully everybody's good with that option. All right, cool. And so, welcome guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm going to reconfigure my camera real quick. Camera's like, new person's here because I took down my hair. I wonder if it can detect me because of my glasses. You always see the glare. Anywho, so welcome everybody. We are getting right down to it today. So welcome, Kate of the Medium. I have the ability to communicate with spirit, but I do not have the ability to remember where I put my phone half the time. Oh, it's right in front of me. And so what we're going to do today, you guys may have seen this. Why is all of my technology? Why am I talking to myself and my technology so much? What on earth? Okay, anyway. So, my name's Kato, Kato the Medium. I have the ability to talk to the other side, alright? So, I live stream all the time showing you guys that I have the ability to communicate, hopefully giving you guys some hope that there is a way to communicate. There is something, you know, it's not necessarily life after death, but it is all around existence, okay, of our loved ones in real time, whether we have them right now or not, okay? And so, I'm just here to give you guys some messages. This morning I was here for free messages. Wednesday, which is tomorrow, and Thursday I will be back doing free messages at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. The best place to find me is TikTok, but as you can see, I am also on Facebook and YouTube, and I will be on those platforms even more in the coming weeks as well, because I have lots of things changing, lots of things I am doing here on the Kato the Medium channel, and I'm very, very, very excited about it. So make sure that you are tuning in, make sure that you are following me, because at the end of the day, I'm forever growing, and you guys will never be bored with me. That is totally for real. So earlier today when I was live streaming, I gave a couple of you guys opportunities to send in to get in a predetermined list, which is always available for sign up. You just have to listen and know when the next queue is going to be. But all of these readings are typically available for sign up at katothemedium.com. Link in my bio on all of my platforms, and anybody can join. I do have a few people that are currently in the queue, but when you would like to join, you can go to katothemedium.com and you can hit book a reading and then scroll down and hit join my live stream. I know that there's only a Facebook icon on it, but I will be changing icons. Hold on. For streams, it only shows Facebook, but it is for TikTok and YouTube as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on my checklist so I can make sure I get that done for you guys. Okay. And so I'm going to go ahead and start mediumship reading. So let me tell you a little bit about mediumship. First of all, you always need a cup of coffee. This is my third one today. Am I going to act like I've had 3 cups of coffee? Yes. Does my personality require 3 cups of coffee to act like this all the time? Absolutely not. That would be the disorder. Okay, attention deficit hyperactive disorder, all right? So now that we're on the same page. Nothing I can do. I'm blind as hell, so you're going to look at my ring light and my reflecting of the bullshit the whole time. Also, you're welcome. All right? Cool. Yes. Coffee. Whoop. Mallory said she's going to when she gets paid. Hey, that's what the freebies are for. So never stop giving up, never stop tuning in, and me and you are already chit-chatting. So, I mean, don't worry about it. It's not like a ploy to get you to spend it on private readings. Private readings is if you're drawn to it, if you feel like doing it. They're available, yes, but never put yourself out. That's what the freebies are for. Anyways, so now we're going to go ahead and get to this list. If you would like to join the list, hold on. I think I already told y'all. Let me make sure the list isn't super heavy. So anyways, I'm obviously in the middle of going into a different dimension at the moment, but I'm trying to think of what I was going to say. All right. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go down this list of people that have signed up to be a part of what's called the queue. One by one, I'll call you and ask you what your loved one's name is. This will be somebody on the other side, okay? So what this is a 5 to 10 minute reading. If you've seen any of my examples, it's a typical reading, all right? And it is a typical live streamed reading, I should say. Private readings are an hour long and they're overstimulating. If you can imagine what a 5-minute reading is versus what a whole effing hour is, I would highly recommend. Your brains will fry a little bit. It's fantastic. Anyways. So, anywho, if you get one of these readings, they're 5 to 10 minutes long. I record them because I have this cool little program that I'm only going to expand and do way cooler things with. And then your readings are going to go onto YouTube. How freaking cool is that, okay? And so, with that being said, make sure you are going to my main website and then hit the YouTube icon. That is how to find me on YouTube. I have hundreds of these videos posted of your guys' readings. So whether you love this one or you want to spend the rest of your day watching mediumship readings, you just need to go to Kate of the Medium on YouTube. I am also streaming on YouTube right now, and if you are not seeing me on Facebook yet, I am on Facebook, and if you want to find me on Facebook, I'm streaming there right now. Facebook comments do come up on the screen, so I welcome anyone who's getting a reading to zoom on over to Facebook if you would like your comments on the screen during your session. I'm going to put my logo right here. It's so cute. Okay, and so if you want to find me on Facebook, you can also just go to my website, kateofthemedium.com, and you can hit the Facebook icon. I have a blue check mark on Facebook, so make sure you are following that page. I have a blue check mark on Facebook, toot toot. So make sure you are following that page. Are you guys ready to go? All right, great. So we have a list of 4 or 5 people. We have 5 people that are in the line right now. Thank you guys for being so patient. These readings are 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and they're fast and overwhelming. And I hope to bring you guys all quality and good communication with your loved ones. And, you know, thank you everybody for joining and all that beautiful good stuff. Yay. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put this in a holder. Find my frickin' chi, and we're just going to go, man. Cool. Like I said, Kate of the Medium, mediumship readings, going into my place of channeling. All right, and if someone's not here, that's totally fine. We will find them. I'm not worried. Can you believe I turned the book upside down? Then they're all on the right page again. See how that works? Anyways, this is exactly how we're going to do it, and we're going to 128 25. All right, here we go. So, thanks, Alyssa. All right, here we go. How much is Q? Well, it depends on if you want a card reading or a mediumship reading. Both options are on my website, kateofthemedium.com. So, here's the people in order that I'm looking for. I'm looking for Shanna, Jessica, Katie, Kayla, Kate, Ida. Wow, okay, great. And these are only people that, oh, not Ida, excuse me. She paid for attic membership. It's all in the same thing, but it ends with Kate. So if you're here, your readings are coming on, all right? And so if you want to be here, great. If you want to jump over to Facebook, find me at Kate of the Medium. Jessica's here, beautiful. Is Shanna here by any chance? I'd love to do them in order, but I am not. It's your birthday, Stacy Miller. Long time message. And then Kayla's here, yay. Okay, great. And then we got Katie McGowan and then Shanna Lang. Katie McGowan, it's like I knew you were going to say it. Okay, Shanna's here. Oh, you guys are awesome. Okay, thank you guys for being so patient. And then Kate Melanson. And that's who we've got. That should keep us busy for the next, 30, 45 minutes. Rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen, right? Thank you, everybody that has sent in. Thank you for everybody that just keeps being freaking awesome with what I do, because that means a lot. Like, you're either in it or you're not. When you're talking to a medium, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Cool beans. Here we go. Now, let's start with Shanna, Jessica, Katie, Kayla, Kate. Okay? So, Shanna, what's the first name of your loved one that you would like to communicate with who is no longer here? And then once I write your names, I start the recordings. Whoo! Oh, you are so welcome. Okay. Oh. Let's see here. You guys ready to see? Looks like name is Michael. Now we go to the book. Woohoo! See me down here? Hi guys. All right. He goes, all at once, Kato, suddenly. Hard to breathe, didn't see it coming. He goes, didn't see it coming, wasn't looking. He's a talker. I really like his laugh. He has like a ha ha ha. Hold on, it's like a really unique tone, like ha 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 ha. I cannot imitate his laugh. Sometimes I love it when I can imitate laughs just perfectly, but okay, hold on. Okay, then he tells me, he keeps going like this, like there's something around he should be aware of, like a situation. He gives me a sign and symbol right here for medical. He gives me a sign, and then he goes like this. So he makes me feel like it was all at once, hard to breathe, upper chest. Didn't really see it coming, but it was either a situation we were obviously in or didn't see, or a medical thing we were going through and we had no idea till it was done, essentially. Does this make sense? For starters, Shana. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm like, it's a situation. He goes, I didn't see it coming. Bam, all at once. And I'm like, it's a situation I like go into, or I don't even notice. I don't even realize that I'm in it until it's too late. This person was murdered. Wow. I didn't even know the situation until I was in it. Wow. And his talker laughed. He knew okay, then he had to have known the person. It was a male, and it was absolutely a setup. And he knew him. He goes, the tall one. The tall one. Like we know who it is. She has a couple things, Kato. I know we passed before our time. I don't know if it's like a significant other or if it's a child. I have not gotten that yet. And he goes, well, she has a box of my things. Gives me assigned symbols for ashes. Hold on. What's the relationship to you? He seems older. He seems like at least young adult. It's hard to even place even with his age. It's either an older kid or like a significant other. Significant other, and you guys have a daughter together? Okay. All right, you've had at least 2 dreams of him since he's ended up passing. And then the same on your intuition scale. He's also telling me you knew right before it was going to happen. Were you guys together right at the end? Suddenly all at once, talker walking through something is a medical thing. Okay, and then the thing about, I feel like I think we have a basket with the items of his things. Like clothes or something that he wore, plus ashes. It's like a big collective of things. I'm doing Q readings, but thank you so much for asking. All right, he's going to continue being a primary guardian angel to the daughter you guys have together. Your primary guardian angel is the mother the mother figure. Looks like a grandma, but could be mom. But mother figure that ends up passing medically. She looks like she's got really thick frame glasses on. Okay, did we find out how he ended up, or who ended up? Is there justice for him? Did the person that murdered him end up getting convicted or anything? He seems really at peace with it. Talks about you having a couple dreams. I feel like it's at least had to been a couple years. If this is recent, this would be incredible because he's a really good communicator. The night before he died, we were actually together. And then he had even said, like, you know, based on your intuition, we may have even seen it coming, or there was like a premonition to what was going to happen. Oh, and the daughter has his ring. I love this. I love how right after this, he started talking about him being a guardian angel to your daughter, and then also grandma coming in, or the mother figure. I shouldn't assume what relation it is, but that's who I have coming through. Okay, and so did he get justice? Do we know the person that ended up committing this crime? I don't want to go too far onto it because nobody needs to get banned. But I just have to ask. And then the daughter will also end up having dreams of him as well. I feel like he's been gone long enough for you guys to have been getting those dreams. Daughter will be married in March. I love this. And he's going to be there and he's going to be present. He's talking about the different ways that he is present. Don't be afraid to save him a seat because you know he'll be attending, or put his like, I feel like we have a good relationship, so I would like put his picture up maybe. I don't know. I feel like that all sounds good, but he will absolutely be in attendance. Like he said, he's going to continue to be your daughter's primary guardian angel. So you know that he can't miss something as beautiful as a wedding day, that's for sure. All right, I love you. Thank you so much for coming on. Jessica. Yeah, you can hop in the queue still. Go ahead. You'll have to wait a little bit for a reading, but if you'd like to jump in, you can order one, ktothemedium.com, hit book a reading, and then you'll get in line. I'm going to go as briskly as possible. Right now, you're looking at a reading maybe around 3:15 if you be nice and patient. As long as I can keep a good flow, we're good. All right. Jessica. Hi. Hold on. Gotta eat my vitamins. Ow, I just clicked the pen on the pokey side. Ooh. Isn't it kind of crazy? I'm gonna have to order a new book already. I just ordered a new book. Like literally just ordered a new book, but here we are, you know. All right, here we go. So, Jessica, now. L-E-Y. Hey, thank you so much for sharing the live, guys. You guys are awesome. All right. Okay. So first of all, I really like this lady. She said that she ends up passing medically and was taken care of at the end of her life. She goes, and then I was up and I was down, and I was up and I was down. And she goes, just have me. And she's just very funny. She's just very in good spirits about everything. So we have some like medical decline of something underlying. She has a really good sense of humor, seems to be, she goes like this, she puts a wing around you, and she says, like a mother figure to you. I'm going to write down some of my sign symbols. And she goes, she didn't get a chance to say goodbye, which of course was devastating. She's just like talks with a lot of hands. I feel, let me know. Okay, and she just says yes, so I'm going to keep going. And I feel like she's also given me a sign and symbol that she had a hard time getting around just right toward the end. It was almost like a quick decline, like 1 month grandma's fine, 1 month grandma can't walk anymore type of thing. So, does this resonate with you, my dear? The beautiful signs and symbols here. I love this part. This part was funny. How, you know, her decline, she goes, I'm good, I'm not good, I'm good, I'm not good. She goes, I don't really know. And it was just humorous to me. So no matter what she's going through, she still has a great sense of humor. That's a fighter right there. Yeah, she was supposed to get home from the hospital, but then took a turn and passed within an hour. What did she end up passing from? She tells me it's medical, it's underlying, it was good, it wasn't, I was about to go home, okay, just have me. Like, she was unable to walk and get around, so she started declining. Yeah, by the time this started happening, by the time we got to the, we're good, we're not good, we're good, we're not good, this was already too far. This looks like something underlying, it looks like my sign symbol for Cancer. So she went into septic shock. Okay, so she even said this underlying thing just went too far. So we thought it was fine, wasn't fine. Thought it was fine, wasn't fine. Just have me. And she says that in the most humorous, loving, a fighter till the end kind of way. So I love this. Is this a grandmother or a mother figure for you? Would absolutely love to know. She also tells me at this time that we have jewelry in honor of her memory, and then she's giving me a basic sign symbol, like she's the reason you're seeing the butterflies, the 1111, these type of things. So that's primary guardian angel energy. And she says, yes, that is my grandma. So love it. Love that for you. She's okay. She's got a great sense of humor. She said, yes, I have her ring, which is awesome validation because there she went and drew it. So we have her ring. All right, she's confirming so much for us. She just gives me so much, like, oh, there's just so much lightness to it. She's just a happy, sweet, means well. Even if she's strong in her opinion, her energy just means well. She's just genuine, and that's all I can really tell from her, you know, and I really like it. She's just very sweet. She says, thank you to everyone to help take care of her toward the end. I think she was even potentially being taken care of before she was on her way into the hospital. Jessica said she was an amazing person. I love this. Do we have anything of her clothes? And I can't tell if it's something that she made or like put together, a quilt, or like, let's say she made something or we made something out of her clothes. She keeps talking about something that we made in honor of her memory. Like, I understand that we have this, you know, we might see 1111, butterflies, and we have a ring. But there's just something else we put together. Is this Mom's mom? She just keeps talking. She's a talker. Like, obviously you don't mind. Obviously there's no problem here, but you know what I'm saying. I see 1111 all the time, and yes, it is my mom's mom. I just keep hearing her. I'm just saying all the things she's saying, and I love it. Her name was Shirley Temple. Oh, I love that. She's so cute. Well, thank you for bringing Shirley Temple on. Rest assured that those signs that you're getting, yes, that's her. Say hello to her when those happen, and you'll keep seeing even more signs. You'll have to tell her to stop after a while. It's going to get pretty intense. Pay attention to your dreams. You know, feel free to pay attention enough to yourself to journal and have a conversation with yourself too. So love it. Love you. Love her. Thank you for coming on. Love Shirley. Happy to be able to show you guys that they're here, you know, and then you guys will be able to see those forever, and those are recorded, which is like my favorite part, because then any of you guys can go to YouTube if you like these readings that are happening. You want to see hundreds more, go to my YouTube channel. And now you can find even the readings we're doing right now, or my YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, whatever you're trying to find, Amazon for one of my hoodies. Just go to the link in my bio, catothemedium.com. You'll see everything there, okay? catothemedium.com. Right at the beginning, no matter what platform you're on, you go to catothemedium.com. There's all the icons to all of my platforms, so you don't get any spammers in your inbox, because this is my only page, all right? And so go ahead and check out my website. Make sure you're following it, bookmark it. That website, link in bio, catothemedium.com, is exactly how to send me a message. Tell me how I did today for your reading. If you want to say hey, if you have questions about what it is to get a mediumship reading, I'm totally here for you. So please don't feel free to message me on my website. I'll never message you first or follow you or ask you for money. Just please go to catothemedium.com if you ever want to chat with me. All right, so now I am looking for Katie. No matter what platform you guys are on, please make sure you are following me. Shanna, you are so welcome. Jessica, you are so welcome. You're so genuinely excited. I'm so excited to have you. Okay, so I'm looking for Katie, right? Yeah, Katie. Thank you guys for being so patient. I'm just doing one after another, literally until 4 o'clock, or I crash, whichever one happens first. Maybe even after 4 o'clock, who knows? I took some ibuprofen. I'm taking my vitamins. I've got my whole thing of water. I've got my coffee. I had a salad. I should be all right. I feel like I prepped pretty well. I am wonderful. Hi, Katie. Ooh, hold on. Woo! One more vitamin, and I'll record yours. Something about 2025 feels like we're living in the future. You know what I'm saying? All right. Sandra, please know I'm here for everybody, and I do free readings. I do free readings Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Another thing is, what was I going to say? And then somebody asked if I hired for my assistant. I have somebody in the works right now. I will be sending out emails, and anybody who applied for my virtual personal assistant, if I ever go to rehire, I am going right from that list, and I'm not, not going to refresh that list right now. So you are on a list, I promise. And yes, most likely I have, cross your fingers, hired me a Virgo. I feel good about it. We will see. Okay. Now here we go. Katie, William, and action. This one alrighty, so here's what I've got. William tells me, see, this almost felt like a father figure when I first came on, but I can't, I'm undecided, but I do get the sign and symbol like a father figure. He just seems a little younger, could be significant other, brother, somewhere in this category. I have not decided, ignore this one yet, okay? So he tells me overall he passes before his time. Oop, he just goes like this, even though he puts it up here, but he writes it down here. Okay, hold on, let me decipher it. So he tells me he ends up passing before his time. This was hard to decide between medical and something just effing crazy, because he shows me his heart, which I thought was at you, but then I actually see the organs. Let's say, okay, hold on. Okay, so let's say before his time, primarily affecting the upper body. If it was an organ, it was the heart, but upper body, hard time breathing, really restricted breathing. Woo! What else? Suddenly, unexpectedly. Okay, now this is partial responsibility. I asked him why it was partial responsibility. He said it was a situational thing that happened very suddenly with little time to react, and that's why he's telling me it's tragic. So whatever happens affects his breathing, upper body suddenly. I would say didn't necessarily expect to see it kill us, but then there's something like maybe we ignore signs, or maybe we do, there's a partial responsibility to this, like, maybe I did that a little bit, and then there's this underlying situation that just is there's not enough time to make back move, there's not enough time to make different moves with it. Okay, now, Kate says he was in a car accident. Okay, so he's trying, okay, so situational, happens suddenly. So why would he be taking partial responsibility? Was he driving the vehicle? I have the brightest light coming in right now. It's just going to happen. Wonder if she ever gets someone through who isn't on her list or has subscribed. Anyways, an answer for someone who's watching. Who isn't on her list. Oh yeah, all the time. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 11 a.m. Constantly. This is your first time watching me? Welcome. I see everybody and I pay attention. You are not muted. He was, and I always thought he had been texting and driving but didn't know. Okay. So, is this your significant other? Who is this to you? So, suddenly didn't have enough time to react. The situation he was in was suddenly. He does take partial responsibility for it before his time, affected his breathing, heart, sunshine. He goes, nothing but me missing a stop sign. I was like, damn. It seems innocent for the most part. Yes, we were high school sweethearts. I'm going to confirm the texting and driving. unless it was late at night, unless he was on his way home from work and it was like a little overcasty or gray outside, or like just under perfect conditions, I almost get a la-di-da-di-da, just make the turn close to home. We've driven these roads, you know, you go a little faster on your own back roads toward home, you know. It's like that vibe. And then, you know, that's how it feels. Doesn't He was on his way home from dropping me off. I was pregnant at the time. Yeah, I don't know if it was texting and driving, but we're in our own... Bro was probably just madly in love, distracted in his own head, and it's all about timing. The accident was at 10:59 p.m. Damn, but who's counting, right? Jeez. Whew, I got chills too, Randa, or whichever one it is, dang it. Anyways, so, wow, that's very intense. So he just got home dropping you off, and he's on those back roads close to home. He's just going about his business. Yeah, I would say we're more lost in our mind and, like, don't see someone pulling out, or, like, two people pull out, and he's just got the shitty end of the stick. I say yes to partial responsibility. I don't know if it's texting and driving. I think we're so high on life about it. It doesn't matter. I lost him and the baby in the same week. Baby, I don't know if you knew the gender, but I would say baby boy. But you're supposed to have a baby girl at some point in your lifetime as well. I can just feel that for you. So you may even potentially have that soul gifted back to you. But he does show me baby boy, but only when you mention it. So if you've gone forward in life and then proceeded to have a baby girl, you probably have the soul back that was destined for that physical body, but that's a lot for one reading. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's real confusing. Kate McGowan says, I have a girl who is 7. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. I said, well, you were supposed to have that soul gifted back to a girl, so if you have the girl, then the soul's gifted back. And I only see the boy just to tell you that it was a transition. So, boom. And you do happen to have a girl that is 7 years old. So, there we go. It's reincarnation, people. Right there. Love you. Okay, Katie. Bam. All right, Kayla, what's the first name of your loved one who's no longer here? Kayla and then Kate. Kayla. Hold on, wait. Carol was 33. Okay, cool. So I'm going to list it as Kayla, just how it appears on here. Key. All right, and then you say Kayla's here, name is Troy. Okay. Trigger warning. All right. And if you guys would like one of these readings, this is before I hit the record button, just so I can get this person on a little more. Whatever platform you're seeing me on, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, or Facebook, I know there's not going to be a lot of viewers on any of them because I'm on my desktop streaming from this awesome program, so I'm not mad. That's only going to get cooler, but anyways, if you would like to get in line, there's a few in front of you, but we're actually making incredible time. And like no rush or anything, but I'll be starting a new small list at about 3:15. So anyways, if you don't hear your name yet, you will shortly. If you'd like to get in, go to katothemedium.com, link in bio, hit book a reading, scroll down, and join the stream if you would like to. Even though it says Facebook, it goes for all streaming platforms that I'm on. I do need to add new icons to those. Okie dokie. So, Kayla wants to talk to Troy, and here we go. I can't tell if this is a man or a child. Okay, he was silly. Oh, here we go. Hi, Michael. So his name is Troy, literally. Okay, so what I feel is, let me make sure I've got that and it's all recording for my assistant. All right. Y'all settle down in my comment section. Y'all gonna get me in trouble. Anyway, so Kayla talking to Troy. Suddenly, unexpectedly, passes before his time. Cannot tell his age. Feels like a young person or a child. Could be just like, I don't know, like you said, he was silly, like maybe an immature adult, but like his energy is what feels so like young and vibrant. I really enjoy it. And then he says he didn't expect it to happen when it did. He says that it was like, what I picture is like a house of cards that's falling in slow motion, or things begin to crumble. Granted, he says he passes suddenly, but he goes, it almost seems like a medical thing that kind of crumbles it. It's like slow falling, and then you go to pick up the pieces and another side melts, and you go to pick up those pieces, and it's just nothing we can put together. So he goes, it gets better, it declines, it gets better, it declines, almost like you're trying to put it back together, but it's running through your fingers. So there's like this helpless panicness towards the end too. Which perception is going to make that tragic? Ah! Okay, who is this to you? It truly makes sense. He did pass before his time. He like couldn't get a hold on it. He just kept crumbling, kept crumbling, kept crumbling. Probably mental health. Dad. What did I tell you? I was like, if this is a grown-ass man, he's probably got some emotional immaturity. And then I'm like, he's like declining, and he didn't see it coming before it. When it happened in a tragic way. He declined, and it almost was like a house of cards. No matter how much you tried to pick it back up, it like fell through your fingers. And she goes, well, it makes sense for his mental health. And tragically, did he, okay, so did he take his own life? Because a beautiful thing here is he doesn't have to give me one of these, okay? This didn't appear naturally, and if that would have appeared naturally, that's a partial responsibility. Okay. And so when they don't do that, because if they take their own life, you got to take partial responsibility. That's part of it, okay? And the reason he doesn't have to is because this man was mentally ill his whole entire life. Dare I say inevitable, but just had a lot of emotional up, down, struggles, did as much as he could for as long as he could, and then he was under other blankets, maybe like, you know, could have been any sort of substance at any time in his life as well. So it seemed like this wasn't just, you know, cause trauma for somebody. This is like, you know, keep your life from falling apart on a mental health level your whole life, and then it slips through your fingers and passes tragically. Okay, so she says he was on antidepressants and he truly did have a struggle, and he kept secrets till the end. Oh, he kept the secret? So he was struggling with anxiety and depression, and then he kept saying he needed to get his shit together. And that's exactly how he's sitting there portraying himself when he comes through to you. Okay, just to let you know, you are not plagued with such mental illness. I'm not saying you don't have a little dash of cuckoo in there somewhere, but hey, me too, baby girl. You know what I'm saying? It takes a little color in the world to really make the canvas shine, you know? And so I don't think you run any similar risks. Some people, you just have to be able to appreciate them for being their own. But he was very productive. It's like a functioning alcoholic. And sometimes people that have just incredible amounts of mental illnesses, anxiety, depression, okay, they can function so well and have this like this perspective of being so incredibly misunderstood, which I totally understand. So when it comes to the end of the day, are they going to be absolutely damned for deletion? I don't believe so. I think that he's at peace. I think he's on the other side. I think he visits you in dreams. He comes to you very happily. I think that you have his ashes. You most likely at some point in your life will also get a tattoo in honor of his memory. I mean, he's giving me sign symbol like everyone's going for like a motorcycle ride or doing something ceremonious in honor of his memory, even once a year too. So. He was amazing. He pushed himself. He does come in dreams, and I have a tattoo, and I have his ashes. Does he have any advice? he says, he goes, well, let's talk about your whole life. Let's say he pops in. Let's say he pops in, and I'm going to call you Kara or Kayla or whatever. He pops in out of nowhere, like not even at the end of this reading, just like into your head about all the things you think about every day. He goes, but in all of this, and he's sipping his coffee in his white mug that he uses every fucking day. He goes, but of all of this, what do you want? What of this is what you want? What of this is toward what you want? What does your 5-year goal board look like? But what of this shows me what you want? Do what you want. Oh my God, he had a white mug, right? I see his white mug and we're conversing over coffee. He goes, I like what you built here. Who'd you do this for? You? Did you do that? Is that what you want? Is this what you want? Everything what you want? Or like, what's the answer to this? So what's the solution? Whatever makes you happy. Do this one for you. You know? All right, love you. Kate Mellinson. Kate Mellinson, are you here? You're very welcome. Kate, I want to start out going into your personal life a little bit. I just feel compelled to tell you, my lighting is all kinds of whack in this room right now, but I just want to tell you, like, money is gonna come in like 1 thing here, 2 things here, 3 things here. It's almost like you being the boss, bitch. It's like, is this multiple clients? It's something, maybe it's like you running something, or let's say you have a full-time job, but you're gonna be the office, a virtual, just pick on what's going on in my life because I'm getting a personal assistant. Let's say my personal assistant has a full-time job, but she's going to reach out to tiny little companies and creators to see if they need any personal assisting. Bam, money on the back burner. So whatever this is, it is like specific to you, money on the back burner. I don't know why you needed to hear about money, but that's what I want to pull apart for you. Okay, so what is the first name of your loved one that you would like to communicate with that is no longer here today? And yes, that's also going to be in your recording. So that's what you get. Alright, first name of your dead person, please. I want to take this camera, and can I like, oops, I don't know what button I hit. Nope, I can just move it. Can I chop it up? Nope, only go smaller or bigger. Can I chop it into 1,000,000 pieces? No. Alright, I'll be your assistant. I got 50, I got 50 people wanting to get into to be my personal assistant, which is amazing. All right, Lloyd. He goes, medical. He goes, thank you. So he passed medically. Thank you to who took care of him or took care of things after he ends up passing. Tells me he's like a father figure for you. He goes, the organs don't work like they're supposed to. I'm like, that's a little dry humor. I like it a lot. He goes, it's this, but it's slow, he says. Okay, so let's say something medical, something slow, maybe something you don't catch or you do, but it's a slow go. I feel like I'm running out of steam. I feel like it's a medical decline that's kind of a slow go. I feel like it's like a father figure. I feel like while we're on this some sort of decline that we're on, he also shows me a visual of a house. Don't know why. Maybe he was home. Okay, while we were on this medical decline, maybe someone took care of him. He says thank you. He also gives me a sign and symbol that didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Is this your father? Who is this to you? Okay, she says he had many medical things that happened. Pneumonia and a blood infection were at the end. And he was my grandfather. Pneumonia, blood infection. Oh my gosh. And he even said it is medical, but it was a slow go. And then the ending things was a blood infection and pneumonia. And then he, a couple times, I didn't say anything about the breathing, but I had to catch myself when I was breathing. Oh my gosh. And his organs being affected. And like, was somebody taking care of him toward the end? Because he says thank you to whoever was doing that. He just said, well, I'm an ornery old man, but someone has to do it. So maybe he got a little crabby along the way. But it's with love. But it's with love. He said that, I was like, are you a primary guardian angel for her? Me and my aunt took care of him. So you and your aunt took care of him. And I don't mean to like nitpick, but why not? So you and your aunt took care of him. So he says thank you. So he was most likely just at home. Thank you to those who's taking care of him. So you and your aunt, beautiful. But then he still makes me feel like you didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Hi, Allison on Facebook. You didn't get a chance to say goodbye, but it's specific to you in your own way or wasn't good enough for you. So like, we took care of her, but he didn't die on my shift type of thing. Just to poke and make an example of it, of course. You're moving into his house? He loves that. I'm moving into his house. Oh my gosh. I just hear better to harass you with, my dear. And I was like, oh gosh. You know what? You're like, Kato, I want to talk to my dad. You'll be calling me in a month. Turn it off. I don't care what it takes, Kato. Turn it off. He loves that you're moving into his house. He loves that he's going to continue to harass you. He knows all the good hiding places. It's going to be a good time. I can't wait for him to continue the harassment. Okay, cool. So you're actually moving into his house. Maybe you didn't get a chance to say goodbye or it wasn't good enough. And I forgot the other thing. Like you had a couple dreams of him. But, oh, yeah. I asked him if he was your primary guardian angel. And then he hands the mic over to this little lady. And I know I don't want to hear her start to talk because it'll never fucking end. But she's little. I'd put her at like 5'2" maybe. And short hair, glasses. Walks around, kind of shuffles her feet and waddles a little bit. So definitely like grandma wears like a little apron, is like doing things inside and outside all day. It's like her everyday routine. She looks so busy, so it's definitely like a grandma energy. But no, that's, yeah, is that your grandmother? And then she passed medically, and then she shows me her like in a hospital gown. So she either passed in a hospital or was like in and out of the hospital, treating whatever her ailments were toward the end. But yes, both of them on the other side for you. Love you, dear. All right, I am looking for Becca. And if you guys would like to join, well, hold on, maybe I should refresh it. So I'm looking for a Becca, a Rove, and a Jenny. Okay, those are the next three. And if you want to be number 4, which would probably get us somewhere around 3:30, you absolutely can. You can go to katothemedium.com. You can hit book a reading and then scroll down to join my live stream, and you can jump on right there no matter what platform you're on. So Becca would love to do your reading. What is the first name? Hi, what is the first name of your loved one who is no longer here? And you guys are more than welcome to get on. Heck yeah, guys. Heck yeah, guys. Do. Sorry, his name was Maxwell, so you know I had to. I kind of want to just chill a little more in my chair and not be so, like, you know, I gotta sit up and fit in the frame, or adjust the frame to fit me, you know what I'm saying? Alright, cool beans. This is way more comfy, even though that light probably sucks for you guys, doesn't it? Throw the computer to shit. Yeah. Ta-da! You see that shit? Do you see that shit? Alright, hold on. Boopy. I gotta blink when I do this. Alright, here we go. Hello. Jenny. Hello, I see you down there. Alright, Becca Maxwell. You know what sounds a great idea? Is to put the light on the side my hand that I write with isn't. Duh. Sometimes it takes me a minute, but I get it. Alright. Alright, Becca, we are starting. Okay, a couple things. Just to confirm, this is a human because, Becca, you are an empath, which means that you can sense and feel the emotions of other people before they can even physically portray their own emotions out loud. So you can tell when someone is sad before they're even pouring tears. And so that means you're an empath. You also have dogs, medium-sized dogs. You may even have another type of critter, but you have at least 2 dogs on the other side as well, which is weird. And then you have a older female, which I'm gonna associate with a grandma. And then you have an adult female over there on the other side, which I'll say like aunt, unless you've lost a mom. I'd say it's an aunt. Okay, and that's just a few people. So you say Maxwell, and we go with that. So what I'm getting from him so far is that he has dark hair and passed before his time. Has this person been... It's a blessing and a curse. Maxwell is indeed a human. He's just like, here he is, then it's her, then it's him, then it's her, then it's him, then it's a dog, then it's... So he's How long has he been gone? He channels in and out like he's only been gone a year, or passes really like he has to take partial responsibility for the way that he passed. Dark hair before his time. Is he a yearling, or is it a partial responsibility thing? It goes like this. Hold on. He points to his chest and he's like, okay, so before his time, dark hair, partial responsibility. He says inside out. And so in my opinion, this is him saying like something inside of his body going wrong, or something just like, you know, you flip something inside out, situation gets flipped inside out. Really unexpected flip right at the end. Trying to get him to show me more. He says he didn't get a chance to say goodbye, which comes in with the unexpectedly thing. Okay, and then I'm not even looking what we have. Okay, and then he says we have a piece of me, so something he wore, like a piece of clothing or ashes or an actual piece of him. Okay, he's telling me about, ways we're choosing to honor his memory. Or he's talking about the community. He passes before his time. This would have to be tragic in a way that tragic with partial responsibility, in a way that you didn't get a chance to say goodbye. I feel like he's younger, before his time, dark hair, everything just flipped. And then he talks about someone having a piece of him, or the way we're choosing to honor his memory, like a piece of him or a piece of his celebration of life, or like an item of his clothes. Something we plant. This could be a bench, a memorial. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's a piece of him sentimentally, and then there's memorially something. Becca, does this make sense? Oh, that's my dad, and there's a blah blah. He seems younger than dad energy, but people have been surprising me with age today. Let me know. She goes, I have one of the plaques off of his coffin. Excuse me, miss, ma'am, who is this for you? How'd he die? I'm like, it's a memorial. It's like a piece of me, a piece, and then there's a memorial, something from his celebration of life, or the way we celebrated his life. You happen to have one of the plaques off of his actual coffin. Who is this? If it's medical, it's upper chest. It seems like it's barely medical. Something rides a fine line. Because that goes with the inside out thing too. Alright, tell me who is it? Could be a dad, seems young. I know we're going to get somebody's kid on today. Hi, Rebecca. I think I just got your previous one posted to YouTube or scheduled. Minimum, it's either posted or scheduled. I just had you underneath my clicker yesterday. And yes, you may. Hi, everybody. Also, we gotta let Rebecca respond. I love that as soon as I'm available, everyone's like, hi! You guys are awesome. Did you see my reply? No. Feels like your father figure the more I talk to him, though. I did not see your reply. Do it again. Redo. Our house, do 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 do. He said you still hear him in the music. That's why I was singing. Grandfather. Okay, grandfather, Alzheimer's for 10 years and passed of pneumonia. I was like, if it's medical, it's upper chest, but it's something inside out. Yes, Rebecca. Grandfather, he had Alzheimer's for 10 years, so I don't get the before our time thing, because Alzheimer's, dang, 10 years, and he passed of pneumonia. Alzheimer's for 10 years. So is this a significant? Remember we brought this grandma in? Is that his over there then? Are these guys connected? And then I get +1. Oh, the other female is his daughter and his mom. Okay. So, I didn't even see that till now. The other females are his daughter and his mom. Beautiful. Okay, because then I clicked on this one, and then they said +1, so they're both there. Okay, so he had and then excuse me, you didn't feel like you got a chance to say goodbye, or it happened too quickly, didn't get a chance to say goodbye. That's this sign symbol right here. Yeah, inside out looks like a set of lungs. If it was medical, it was upper chest, inside out right here. But you know what? After suffering with Alzheimer's for 10 years, you're not even mad about it. You know, I'm not even really upset about it. So with Alzheimer's, you never really know if they heard your goodbye. Oh, because he just started talking about having Alzheimer's for 10 years. He just went from your didn't get a chance to say goodbye to going in and again talking about having Alzheimer's for 10 freaking years, and he circles it. It's wonderful. Thank you. And he circles it, and you're like, well, with Alzheimer's, I don't know if he actually got to hear me say goodbye. Okay, well, then he wants to emphasize that he did hear that you said goodbye. He goes, I heard all kinds of things. She didn't really want to tell me, and she said it a couple times in a couple of different ways, and, you know, tried to, like, test me, which I failed while she was telling me, and so I was like, okay, cool. And so, yeah, he told, right? It's hard to have a conversation with ADHD, too, damn, but here you do it. But here you are, just doing the damn thing, aren't you? But yeah, he heard you say goodbye. He loves you. He talks about how he passed. He loves that you have a plaque right off of his coffin, which I think this is the coolest part of the whole reading, not gonna lie. And then this is also cool. I thought that was pretty cool too. You know, that was pretty fucking awesome. You know what, the whole fucking thing, except for this, it makes no sense because he's an old man who's been suffering from Alzheimer's for 10 years. But whatever, weirdo. I don't make the rules. I just work here. Cool beans, love you. All right, I'm looking for Rove. How are you? Rove and then Jenny will be on the list. Rove and Jenny, we got 2 more. You're very welcome. We're going to start it with humor and end it with humor. Bloop. All right, Rove Overland. Are you here? Hi, I'm Amanda. I will have your read. I will have my assistant put it on as Amanda, okay? Amanda, what's the first name of your loved one on the other side that you would like to communicate with? Ray, all right. I feel a cold spot right in front of me. I don't know if you feel hot and cold spots, but that's definitely him. I literally feel like I have like this cold mass moving in front of me. It's pretty unique, actually. I feel like I could stand to have that feeling a little more often, but whatever. So he tells me he's like a father figure to you and declines medically and still visits you physically. So I think you are an empath, which means you can sense and feel the emotions of other people before they can physically portray it themselves. I think that you have physical mediumship abilities, which means you can physically feel like when somebody walks into a room, because you can feel the slight energy shift. You can feel hot and cold spots. You can feel the bed pressed down, nobody's next to you, okay? And so, just to keep going here, so he... passed really unexpectedly. Well, we didn't think it was gonna kill us or we were gonna die then, and then I can't draw, but let's say that's a sign symbol for getting a phone call because I can't fucking draw. That's a phone. I can't draw, damn it. Okay, let's say we get a phone call to notify us that something has happened. So this could mean that you didn't get a chance to say goodbye the way you want to either. He gives me a slight indication that we have his ashes. Okay, something unexpectedly medical. Let's say it's something that makes it difficult to breathe, and then he gives me a sign like he didn't know something was there, or it's something hiding behind something else, which correlates with suddenly, unexpectedly. Like, let's say we have this medical stuff that we're monitoring, but we don't see the cancer right behind the lungs, which is the main problem. You know, does any of that resonate? Or like, hey, we see this going on, but we don't see the thing that's gonna, you know, it's something maybe we don't catch. Any of this resonate? He is my dad. Beautiful. He goes, right here, Kato. I don't know if you have your same nose as your dad, but he makes you feel like you have your same nose. Oh my goodness. He's describing everything. So he's talking about suddenly, and then he's talking about breathe. So did you have to call 911 then? Is that what he's talking about? And he has like this medical decline, and then you actually come in there and you find him gasping for air, and then you are the one that has to call. It was too late. It was something behind that. It wasn't like he was having a regular heart attack. It was, oh, look at, I remember what he said when I wrote this, but it was something along the lines of like, didn't expect to go, or it was like surprising, or didn't see it coming, or something along those lines. And then I'm like, look, you see he's having a hard time breathing, but the issue is already done. You didn't see the problem looming way before it even happened. And the moral of the story is, this is your dad. You walked in, you found him gasping, and you were the one that had to call, and you still feel like you didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Well, obviously, because it was fucking traumatic. And then he goes even further to explain the ways in which they look alike, their little T-zone here. And she's like, oh my God, yes! And so I think that's really awesome, extremely significant. He says, so times 2, you've had dreams of him, and times 2, multiple people in the family have had dreams of him. I was just about to say something else. Hold on. Okay, so he wanted to talk about how you found him, but it could have been anybody. Okay? And you had to, and you did. You didn't have to, but you did. You took the initiative. Like, you allowed all of the trauma, or as much as possible, to fall on you. I feel like with the way some other people are processing this, you and the way you are having to process, and the validation of your experience, like nobody knows what you went through. They all just got a call that everyone died, you know? And so nobody knows the shock, the trauma, the heavy weight that you continued to carry. And so I think it could make you feel like, oh, what are you crying for? Like, I'm the one that's blah, blah, blah. And you don't show that exteriorly, but I think that you could feel a little emotionally lost because of it. Your dad just wants to thank you for everything that you did, but also thank you for taking on so much emotionally, because you were able to take it off of people that absolutely would not have been able to handle it. That would not have been able to handle it. Your mom was already a shaken chihuahua, like she needed that on her list. You know what I'm saying? So, he's okay. I was like, were you still conscious when she got in there? And he's like, he goes, I was feeling no pain, and it was too late. He goes, it didn't take all but 12 minutes for me to be done. And it only took all but, you came in like 10 minutes into the process, and there was 10 more minutes into the process. By the time you got there, by the time 911 even showed up, you knew. You knew. You were feeling, he said you were feeling for pulses, and you knew. It was just really low when they got there. But it was about, yeah, you knew, Rove. He's just got to tell me that. Like, there's nothing you could have done. You couldn't have showed up 10 minutes earlier. You couldn't have showed up 10 minutes later. Like, the outcome was the same. He almost feels like, damn it. And to be honest, it almost seems like it was like a second heart attack or something. I think he's always had issues with his heart. And I think that's what happened. I think he had a heart attack or he had a stroke or something. And if you ever feel the cold spots, that's absolutely him. Absolutely him. All right, Jenny. Jenny, come on in, Jenny. Would love to have you, Jenny, and then we're going to have Rebecca on. If you guys want to send in, you absolutely can. ktothemedium.com. Hit book a reading. Absolutely, you can hit book a reading and get on. You'll be number 3. We have Jenny, then we have Rebecca, then you'll be number 3 if you'd like to go hit book a reading and then sign up to join my live stream, whether you'd want a card or a mediumship reading. I am here for you. Jenny. Does mine blame me for her passing? No. Nope, nope, nope. All right, Jenny. Where's Jenny at? Jenny is on Facebook. Hello, hello, hello. All right, let me get Facebook chat up on my screen. It's going to be wild for a second. Absolutely feral and wild in here. Once this gets loading, I'm sure of it. So, I don't know if it's got Facebook chats on this one. All right, well, I've unleashed the Facebook chat, so we will see. Ta-da! Apparently, it's going to load whenever it feels like it. All right, Jenny, what is the first name of your loved one that you'd like to communicate with today? Is it a male? Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Are you talking to me? I feel like this is for me. Whoa. Oh, yay! Jenny's also so excited. Cool. I'm going to move those way down here. Yes. Walt. All right. Love it. I really like that on the screen. Okay, here we go. Well, Kato, first thing she needs to know is that I'm proud of her. Second thing she needs to know is I hear her and I miss her too. Okay, so she hears you, he hears you when you talk to him. He has those conversations with you. He seems older. I'm just going to make a good guess that he's a father figure. Unless he's a significant other. But he says that he's proud of you first off with a heart, so almost seems like a father figure. And then you hear him in the music. He talks about his celebration of life. Let's say we played specific music as a celebration of life, or let's say he loved Johnny Cash or something really specific. Talks about that as well. We have an item of clothing in honor of his memory. All at once. Passed all at once. Didn't see it coming. He goes, you could put medical. That looks about right. 1 thing, 2 thing, 3 things, 4, he says. You wouldn't have seen it unless you were really looking. I'm surprised that it happened so suddenly. Felt like he got ripped away from me. That's where the trauma is, Kato. And Jenny says, yes, this is my father figure, so totally right. And I love how he drew this, but then he rewrote it because I crammed it into there, so fantastic. He says, I don't know if he served, but he puts it with the things you have in honor of his memory, memorabilia, or if he did serve in any way, you have things to honor his memory there. So he tells me passes medical, like a small collection of things that ends up taking us over time. He also says thank you, which is typical of people that were being taken care of toward the end, so maybe a medical decline. Oh, he goes, it wasn't sudden though, it was cancer. Yeah, so the fact that he went suddenly is what links to the trauma. We didn't expect him to go so quickly. And then he talks about it being medical and more than one thing. One thing, two things, three things, four. And you wouldn't have seen it unless you're really looking for it. But thank you to whoever took care of me. And then there was a medical decline. We just thought we had more time of his. We would have had more time with him. She goes, I have a wedding ring and I took care of him in the end. Okay, I love this. So we have the wedding ring in which he wore at the end, and she's actually the one that took care of him. He talks about, he keeps bringing up this music fact he has here. I know it's really buried in there, but when people, it could mean two things. One, you hear music that you heard at his celebration of life, or a song that you associate with him that he's trying to say, hey, that's totally me. When you hear me in the music, it's totally me. Another thing, hold on. Oh, another thing that he wants me to tell you. Sorry, I had to go way back into that conversation. He says medical, and then he shows me like, and then he also points down, and then I'm not a very good drawer, but, you know, hold on. Woo. That's not bad. We'll do a little dangly. There's a lamp, okay? Not bad, not bad. I'm freaking Blue's Clues over here. Okay, so let's say while you're taking care of him medically, we also have like music on, making him feel very comforted. Okay, so he also shows me a lamp. He shows me comfortable lighting. He shows me how we're being taken care of at the end. I think you're just a natural. Caregiver, to be honest. So he talks about his environment being. And then also, I know we said one thing, two things, three things, four, but why does that look like 1111? So pay attention to the music. Pay attention to the things you see out of the corner of your eye. Down hallways, between doorways, repeating numbers, 1111. And I know you didn't ask for it, but we have a medium length hair, older lady that had a hard time walking toward the end of her life, and said that she also passes something underlying medical like cancer, 2-syllable first name. Bam. So, hope you're ready to be overstimulated, because this person was not shy. I love this. He talks about the wedding ring you have of his, and then he says the word more to me, so you have something else of his, or maybe some ashes in honor of his memory, or a piece of him, or an old flask of his up on your shelf, or just something so random. But he says that there's more. I'm not here to pry. Barbara? She goes, it all got heavier as I went when you say that. So, yes. He calls you out on having more. You gotta, don't let her out, Kato. She's going to be a skeptic. You got to keep prying. I'm like, all right, I'll get her. All right, I'll hunt her down. I'm trying here. I'm trying. Barbara. And then something medical decline. Her body literally got heavier. Is like if I looked at her and like watched a time lapse, everything got heavy. Everything gets heavy. We're tired. Yeah, so it'd be a decline, medical, probably cancer. She would be like a mother figure. I love that. Love that, love that. That's your primary. Dad's still fucking with you, though. You ever find, like, mismatched things, or things in weird spots, or things falling off of places out of nowhere, like animals looking, like, to the most random places for seemingly no reason? I definitely, this is going to be the primary guardian angel harassment, but then this one comes through all on her own, so this female, definitely also a primary guardian angel for you as well. Hello. Oh, yep, she passive cancer, too. Makes sense. All right, love you. Let's see, who else is on my wrist here? Boop. Do-do-do. And Jenny, pay attention to your dreams. Document your dreams. Write down your dreams. You also have coincidences, like you'll think something or you'll have like a repetitive thought all day long. And then you won't even realize it, but like, if one day, if today you realized that you, if one day you realize, I just heard someone talk bad about you on another live's mediums. I defended you. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that, Kimberly. So silly. Anyways, what was I saying? He's a jokester. Yes, he messes with me all the time, and he's not gonna stop. He's not gonna stop. You know, it doesn't really matter if people are talking good about you, bad about you. You know, people talking bad about me is more about them than about me. I stay in my lane, so I'm really not worried about it. Cool. Advertisement for me, right? In the comments of another medium's live stream. Not bad about it. Not mad about it. All right. Rebecca. Rebecca Colson. What's the first name of your loved one? Haters gonna hurt, right? Ooh, I mean, go ahead and be mad at someone with autism. It makes you look funny. I'm not doing anything to hurt nobody. I stay on my corner of the internet and deuces. Well, you know what? I hope that medium was grown enough not to engage or like, cause you know, I hope it was all grown conversation, no matter what the conversation was. I hope everybody was adult-like, so we don't spend our time on here. Right? I love that. You're like, Kato's not a common medium name, right? That's why I'm gonna be famous. Well, you are wonderful. You know what? And, you know, of the hundreds and hundreds of readings I do, no one complains. And if there ever was or is a complaint, I take care of it. So, talk your shit. Bite your lip. Grab this lip. Just go immediately into WAP. All right. If you want to be, the medium said Kato has a huge following, right? Other mediums are like, Kato has a huge following, you might want to stop. Right? Other mediums are like, do not talk shit about that one or spirit will come for you. Alright, isn't that great? Karma takes care of itself. Love it. Alright, listen up, guys. Listen up, guys. If you would like to get in after Rebecca, you would be next. I'll take maximum 2 more. So get in if you want to. Are you talking about Rebecca's your name, right? Paul's your person on the other side. Your camera is hella out of focus for some reason. This camera's driving me crazy. And this camera even has a remote to put it back in focus, but does it work? Absolutely not. Why would it work? It's only what I paid for. Anyway, let's just go this way. Here we go. It keeps going in and out. Very odd, right? I'm over it. I'm ready to get a new one. Anyways, if you want to be after Rebecca, otherwise, whatever, I'm good with it. But if you want to be after Rebecca, I will take 1 more, maybe 2, katothemedium.com, hit book a reading, then choose the reading to join the live stream and hit go, and you're in the queue. It is that easy. Also, I did not check if there was anyone after Rebecca before doing that. Okay, great. There is not. So if you would like a reading after Rebecca, you are more than welcome to be the second reading up. Go to katothemedium.com, hit book a reading, and then hit join this. Scroll down and then hit the form that says join this live stream and choose the way that you would like to join. All right, Rebecca, what is the first name? Okay, you already said Paul, my bad. Bloop. Okay. Oh, ba-da-doo. Okay, I get smiles and like full sunshine out of this guy nearly immediately, so I really like it. So he tells me something of the upper chest or difficult breathing right toward the end, or he passed suddenly. And then I'm going to say we didn't get a chance to say goodbye, but I literally put the not fair by it. Like, oh, the reason I didn't get a chance to say goodbye wasn't fair. Like, I still want to be sassy about it, you know? Yeah, he's all smiles. He's at peace. He's transitioned to the other side. He tells me he passed suddenly. He tells me, well, really, it was tragic and suddenly. We must have talked to him before. He says we've got through it before. He goes, going about my time, one thing leads to another. Suddenly, really tragic, unexpected. Sunshine, really didn't see it coming. Then he goes, all at once. It's like you're sitting there. Let's say you're building a sandcastle, and then someone comes right up behind you and just dumps it's a whole truckload of sand on you. Then you're like, oh, you know, it's like you're making a little snowball, and then your boyfriend comes up to you and drops a whole fucking giant shit ton of snow on you. And so he just kind of makes me feel like, imagine like doing your own thing, going about, and then just continuing, just absolute chaos, just giant loads of crap. Didn't see it coming. Part of me almost wants to say a partial responsibility, but I feel like he's gotten through that already. Like, overall at this point, I could call it maybe like a situation we're in, but don't even see that's the situation we're in until we're like, oh damn, how'd he pass? Facebook is so well behaved. I love you dearly. Woo! Yeah, gotta know how he passed. And who is this for you? He feels very tired. Something about how he passed. Almost feels like a symptom, but I don't know how he passed yet. Husband. There's a symptom going about your freaking day. Passes tragically, walks right into some sort of situation, just hunkers down, makes a sandcastle, and boom. Going to work, doing this, boom, just hits you like a ton of bricks. Boom. Going about your business, done. He goes, bam. He goes, lights out. I go, did I hit a door? Did I walk into something? What happened there? You get up into the spirit realm and you're like, the fuck? Did I miss a trap door? What's going on? That's legitimately what it feels like. How'd he end up passing? Hello, belly button lint. We're in the middle of a reading. It may not make sense, but we're getting our responses. Don't you worry. Boom. I'm going to sit here and play with this little bit of hair I got going on right here. Rebecca, let me know how he ends up passing. Okay, Rebecca says it's hubby. What happened? Send him off to work? It would have to have been a sign we didn't catch. Not that it was catchable, but something we feel like we missed. Alright, I see you down there. So many arrows. Okay, we didn't get to say goodbye. Not fair. Feel like we got him ripped away from us. Alright, your turn to tell me. And she might also be being filtered. Some sort of notice, not necessarily notified. Ooh, and then I just got a wave of tired. All right, Rebecca, I think you may be being filtered, my love. Or not. Yeah, Rebecca. Whew. My brain's in a whole different dimension right now. It's an inability to communicate. Didn't get a chance to say everything. Upper chest, breathing, talking. I feel like it went down all at once, though. Rebecca, I think you're getting filtered, and I am just dying inside to know. Woo! But happy, low pain, and then we're going about our business. Doosh. One thing leads to another, and I got a snowball dropped on me, and it's sudden and tragic. It's not fair that he got ripped away. Something of the upper, so this is like missing a tiny little symptom that something medical was going to happen, or this is like going to work and just get totally just in an accident, or just things just escalating, like, oh, everything was a great, beautiful day, and then it just never stopped, blah, 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 blah. Well, this is the second time this has happened. All right, well, I mean, at least he's consistent. Gotta hand it to a guy named Paul. Let me know how he ends up passing. Apparently, you're not even able to get your response through. So the last time you get a reading, were you not able to get the response through as well? That's quite interesting, honestly. Wow. Wow. She goes, yep. Ugh. All right, C is for Cancer. Pew pew is other things. I don't know, what else could this be? Accident? I don't know. How do I even, like, describe it to me? Use your words. In a galaxy far, far away. Miss Rebecca. It'll only be a 10-minute reading, that's fine. And then Courtney's next. Cockatoo Herbie will be next. Just till Rebecca. Just letting you guys know while Rebecca's in the process of responding. So make sure, guys, blood pressure just hit the roof when you're unable to respond to me. I bet that would be the most anxiety-inducing thing. Whew. Woofda. Rebecca Colson sent a rose. I see you down there trying to respond. Put any emoji in there and see if it unblocks you. Or go out and come back if you need to. That's wild that this always happens to you right at this part of channeling this person. There you go. See, I see you now. Put an emoji. Oh, well, did I catch you still live? I'm lucky. What's my mom have to say? Well, hello. You caught me live, but I'm pretty sure on my, like, 10th reading or 11th reading. I see you down there, Rebecca. Does this resonate with the reading, though? Can I book a mediumship reading? You can book a... Well, let's get Rebecca done, and then I think you can still... Rebecca says, yes, it is resonating, but you're unable to tell me. This is wild. I'm trying to think of different ways that you could say it. Are there emojis to say it? You could jump over to Facebook. You could go out, come back. Try number COVID. Why can't we say that anymore? He passes of COVID. This happened every time. Everything was going fine. He got tired, little bit of symptoms. He feels like we miss upper chest. And then all of a sudden, going about it fine, hit the wall of COVID. Situational. One thing leads to another, leads to another. It's not fair. Maybe you weren't even able to go see him. Maybe he went in for something so random. Maybe he went in for something so random, and then we contracted this and began our decline. Upper chest, not fair. And then this is just clutter. Nope, didn't get to see him. And that's why tragically, because then all of a sudden they're like, hey, everything's fine, smiley faces, and then let's go to the hospital. Things go immediately fucking horrible. One thing leads to another. Situation declines. They throw a whole motherfucking snowball on us. Everything's tragic. He died very suddenly because he contracted COVID, very little symptoms of it, but, flooded the upper chest, couldn't breathe, and then you didn't get a chance to say goodbye, surprise, because it's COVID, and of course it's not fair because it's COVID. And they stole his ring. You are right. I'm so sorry. It was a nurse. It was a nurse who did, and I'm so sorry about that. But you're so right. You're so right. What a weird time COVID was, and just think about it. Now, social media blocks you from even using the word. Can I go ahead and just ask how people that are vaccinated feel about that? But whatever. Let's not get ourselves in trouble. All right, Rebecca, love you. Paul's a pain in our ass 2 times in a row, so you know that shit's real. Courtney, where are you, little love? Courtney, what's the first name of the loved one that you would like to communicate with? I will take one more person if you go to caterthemedium.com and you hit book a reading and then you hit join my live stream, whether you want a card or a mediumship reading. I'll take one more person. caterthemedium.com. No, they stole his ring, not his brain. They took his brain. The COVID agenda. Oh my goodness. Okay, nope, they took his ring. My bad. I mumble. I'm from up north. Okay, fantastic. So, give me 1 second, Rebecca. Hold on, I couldn't keep going with your recording because we're already 11 minutes in and we didn't get we were getting a response. Hold on, Courtney, I'll get to your person in just a second. She's like, is that it? And I'm like, you're right. We spent 3 minutes of that reading just getting you on for some confirmation. But no, they didn't steal his brain. I love that though, Amanda. But they did steal his ring. So, this part won't be, you're very welcome. This part will most likely not be recorded. But, so, let's go back here. So, I feel like you're kind of the matriarch of the family, and you're kind of let's say you're the older sibling, but you're essentially more like the mom or the caretaker of the whole family. Hold on. He said, you're doing a good job at establishing boundaries. He says he's visited you multiple times in dreams. You have his shirt. Actually, I think you have lots of things in honor of his memory. I'm almost irritated that we have his ashes, but we have his ashes. I don't know if you did something else with his hands, like made fingerprints or something, because I talk about him having a ring, and he said, well, they did something else with my hands, and oh, you have everything in honor? You still have all of his stuff? I love that. Okay, and so yeah, he talks about you having to take care of the whole family. He talks about the things that you have in honor of his memory, including a piece of him. He says he's visited you multiple times, and then he says he's really proud of you. He likes the family you built. He loves the different aspects of your life that you've established, and that he tells me that money's going to be consistent for you. Bam. There you be, my love. Courtney. Courtney says Tammy, I believe. Bam, right? Boom, 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 bam. Boom, bop, boom, bop, boom, bop, bam. The type of shit I'm on you wouldn't understand. I understand it. Tammy with 1,000,000 M's. That's how we're going to do it. Boom. All right. So, let's see. Courtney wants to talk to Tammy. So you already told me she was your mom figure. She keeps saying everyone was super dramatic when she ended up passing. Like the way we handled the distribution of her stuff, or maybe we're just running around like chickens with our head cut off. Also feel like you kind of had to be the organizer there at the end, Miss Tammy. She tells me she ends up passing medical. She gives me a sign and symbol for cancer or something sneaky. And then she talks about the way her stuff was dispersed, or like family kind of just going right at the end type of thing. So the way her things were dispersed, or I definitely feel like there's a lot of chaos at the end. Like some family dispersed. Also feel like stuff was distributed. So I think this is 2 in 1. Hold on. She said you still smell her when she's not around. You have a shirt. Okay, though. She sees me around every single day. Okay, hold on. I think that you may have kids, and she's your kid's primary guardian angel. And then you have a male. I don't know what that thunder was. Anyways, you have a male on the other side that tells me that he had a hard time walking around toward the end of his life. Damn, they're blowing a bunch of shit up today on base. Okay. You sleep with the shirt? Oh my gosh, I was like, okay, so another thing, just to rewind a little, because I know I get off in the middle of nowhere sometimes. And I was like, it seems like we have something in honor of her memory, something that smells of her, and then also you hear her in the songs, and you hear her like in the random lyrics. I also want to say we have some sort of jewelry in honor of her memory as well. I think that we have multiple pieces of jewelry in honor of her memory, but we also have like a memorabilia piece, you know. And then she says that she actually sleeps in her mom's shirt. How did mom end up passing? That is definitely something I gotta know here. How did mom end up passing? She said suddenly. From whatever this was, it was suddenly. Like, let's say you go in for a checkup and you die the next day, you know? Oh, naughty mom, grounded. Oh. Overdose. Dang. Okay, so you grew up with this. She goes, long time. That's why I find it like in a medical decline way. Long time. And then I want to tell you the difference between getting clean and getting sober. And getting sober is bobbing up on the edge of the surface where you can just barely breathe and come back to reality, and clean is getting all the way out of the water. And I think you had a lot of sober, but you didn't have a lot of clean. And so that's literally how you were raised. It's like her mental illness kept her addicted your whole entire life. No wonder she's going to associate it with the type of cancer, and then it comes and gets you all of a sudden, and then you sleep in her shirt. Do you have kids, Courtney? Because she talks about how she's your kid's primary guardian angel. And I think this is because I don't think she has a business telling you how to raise the kids. And you have 3. So your grandma, I'm going to say this is mom's mom on the other side. Okay, I'm going to say this is mom's mom on the other side, who's a primary guardian angel. Her, I would assume, companion is this male we talked to right here. So you have an older female that comes in with this older male over there on the other side. They are primary guardian angels to you. And the grandma said, and we always have been. And then the mom is the primary guardian angel to all of your kids. So I think she, like, you know, steps down to your hierarchy almost immediately when it comes down to, now I'm going to jump into your fucking life as a spirit and help you do such a fantastic job parenting because I lead examples everywhere I go, you know? And so she said, yeah, this is my pop, and he's your primary guardian angel. And this female on the other side, that's your other primary guardian angel. And then mom is like your third primary guardian angel, but she's a primary guardian angel to your kids. She was a great mom. So we're not going to go back to any shoulda, woulda, couldas. Hold on. I think, I don't know if your kids are young or older, I don't know. I just feel like one of your 3 kids may struggle in the same ways that she does, and that's the one that she's a primary guardian angel to. And I do not doubt she was a great mom. I'm not going to go to any shoulda, woulda, couldas, but wish we could have put that part of it aside and even been there more, because when we talked about before, it'd been a long time. She was a great mom. Could have been better. You know what? Not even hold a candle to how great of a mom you are. She'll just help your kids. This one will mother you. This lady, I didn't write anything, but this lady will mother you. She'll mother these 3. Everyone's in a good network here. The dreams that you have about her are real. Can you, she literally asked, can you write me a letter? Can you write me a letter? Can you say, like, write me a letter and I'll respond through the days, the coincidences, like you always get deja vu. She'll respond through that. And she's your best friend. I really hate that she passed from an overdose. She kind of like juggles bottles though, even though it's something that happened for a long time. She kind of juggles bottles. I don't think this is intentional at all. I think it's like mix things up, already like drowning in your own problem type of thing. It almost seems like more of like a juggling act with everything than an intentional, oh, here we go. You know, it doesn't feel like that to me, in my opinion. And then you still like, I feel like your grief is pretty sensitive still. Don't know when she ended up passing, but your grief is pretty sensitive. You could induce the emotion of grief. So let's say you want to channel, right? You would have to, I have to think about your loved one, bring them in, and then see what I get, okay? So when you want to channel, a lot of us channel with emotion. So if you induce your emotions, if you induce grief, if you induce sadness, think of them, reminisce, play songs that remind them of you. That is a good way to bring them front and center in your energy. You have to call them in and then see what you get. Go work yourself up into crying over it, and then what did your brain tell itself? And then you write that part down. So write me a letter. I want to talk to you in your coincidences, in your deja vu that is also me, in your write down your dreams if you get them. We have a new moon coming in like 4 or 5 days, so nothing but opportunity for newness. Does she blame me for leaving her the day she passed? Absolutely not, because you had every right to. I think that you were a great best friend to her, but she still needed to step up and be the mom. You didn't leave her the day that she passed. I don't think it was intentional. I think it was situational. I don't think you leaving, I feel like let's say you left because of what was going on, you weren't in the wrong to leave. She doesn't blame you at all. I think that at the end of the day, you're almost better at saying, I wish I would have, she says, oh, I wish I would have done that less. I wish I would have cared about that more. Not to say that I allow woulda, coulda, shouldas when we're talking to spirit, but it's almost like what she needed. Does she blame me for leaving her the day she passed? No, and especially if you left like, I can't do this anymore, I need you to get help. Listen, every time I told you that your mom definitely needed help, you told me how great of a mom she was, and you guys were best friends. Think of how great of a fucking daughter you are. To have to put your foot down like that, to have to walk away for any reason, to have to parent it all, to have to raise yourself first and foremost, because it's been happening such a long time. Okay? Huge stuff. I love that you always have someone to heal. I love that you always have someone to fix in your life. And even to this day, I bet you that's still real shit for you. But at the end of the day, no, your mom doesn't blame you. If anything, it should have helped, and it didn't. Should have helped. Should have helped. Should have helped if it was helpful. That's how I feel. Love you. Alright guys, that's what I got for you. My kid's about to get off the school bus. I might be on later tonight. Do not send payment in. You're welcome. You're welcome, my dear. Do not send payment in. If I'm on, I'll be on about 8 p.m. tonight, okay? If I'm able to get on tonight, I'll be on at 8 p.m. Would love to do another Q, and then of course we'll have the freebies tomorrow morning. So hopefully you guys are all on the Cato train, ready to hang out and do some live streaming. All right, guys. Love